The Dallas Mavericks suffered a self-inflicted 1-point loss to LeBron James and the Lakers on Wednesday night. Dallas was down by as many as 19 points in the game, but they were able to come back and make it close down the stretch. Let's run back the last 6 minutes of the game after Luka Doncic checks in to see what we can take away from this tough but exciting finish. When Luka checks back into the game, the Mavericks were down by 11 points and were trying to run things through Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis was 2 of 7 from the floor and a minus 28 for the game at this point, and it did not get better for him. On the other end, the Lakers tried a few off-ball screens to get JaVale a lob, but Luka recognizes it and blocks it, but isn't able to get the rebound, and neither is DeAndre Jordan before JaVale gets a layup. The Lakers have been dropping JaVale in the paint all game when DeAndre set a screen, and after starting the game 2 from 8 from the floor, Luka is finally able to take advantage. The Mavs don't really have the personnel to fully switch on defense, so the Lakers tried to find as many mismatches as they could, like Kyle Kuzma on Dennis Smith Jr. here. Dennis then tries to respond. He gets right past Lonzo, but then as soon as he gets to JaVale McGee, he can't decide whether he was going to pass or go for the layup. And if you go back and watch it right as he was about to gather, he literally has 3 open teammates. Harrison Barnes up top, Luka Doncic in the corner, and since JaVale McGee is coming over to help and is gathering for a jump right here, he had DeAndre Jordan at the rim for a dunk. These are crucial plays in Dennis Smith Jr.'s playmaking development. On the other end, LeBron gets a screen from JaVale, but he shows the ball and Dennis makes a nice heads-up play to try and swipe it. The Mavericks end up getting a turnover and they're able to start their fast break. And when Dennis gets the ball back, his indecision is what ultimately proved to be the end of his very off night. And on the other end, LeBron just proves to be too much and Luka Doncic doesn't help enough. We finally get to see Luka initiating the offense again, and he does a nice job of getting to his spot in the paint. JaVale deflects his pass, but Luka sticks with it and is able to retain possession, finds DeAndre Jordan again. The Lakers call the timeout after this play, and we see that Barea has been subbed in for Dennis Smith Jr. You can even see him at the top of your screen on the top right, at the very end of the bench. JJ commits the off-ball foul on Lonzo, and he gets to go, and he makes 1 of his 2 free throws. With Dennis out, Barnes lowers his head and drives into the paint, but misses Luka and a cutting Dorian Finney-Smith. If he wants to be a better playmaker and help this team win in the clutch, he has to make better reads on plays like this. The Lakers miss a shot, and then Barea finishes a layup that honestly had me laughing out loud while I was watching this. The Lakers miss another uncontested shot, and so the Mavs start the fast break, and I think this is where Luka asked LeBron for his jersey. On the other end, JaVale attempts to be a shot creator or something, and it ends exactly how we would expect. So the Mavericks are able to start a fast break, and they get the ball in the hands of Luka Doncic, who's able to make the easiest play. The Mavs are now on a 7-0 run, and after Barnes tips LeBron's dribble out of bounds, Wes Matthews checks in for Dorian and forces LeBron to take a tough shot with the clock expiring. Luka starts the fast break, and Barea is able to find the open space when he's not guarded at all, as Ingram is too busy with DeAndre. Barea misses the shot, and he's only shooting 24% from 3 to start the season. After LeBron resets, JaVale is able to set a screen, and Luka gets switched onto LeBron, and has probably the best defensive play of his young season. As soon as DeAndre secures this rebound, Luka bursts up the floor in transition. JJ finds him with the outlet pass, and Luka is able to get fouled and go to the free throw line where he makes 1 of his 2 free throws. The Mavericks are now on an 8-0 run. The Lakers feed the ball to Ingram again, and he's fouled on the shot attempt by DeAndre Jordan, where he goes to the line and makes 1 of his 2 free throws. The Lakers use this opportunity to sub in Josh Hart for JaVale McGee, so the Mavericks have a distinct advantage with DeAndre Jordan against this small ball lineup, and he used it against LeBron here, where the basket doesn't count, but he gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. And he makes both of his free throws. The Lakers are slow to initiate their offense, and Ingram ends up with a travel. And now, here we get to see Luka Doncic with the ball in his hands, making a play when it matters. After this Harrison Barnes 3, the Mavericks are only down by 1 point and are on a 13-1 run. With just over 20 seconds to go, the Mavericks need a stop, but they get a little too aggressive on defense, and Wes Matthews is called to the foul on Kyle Kuzma. But he misses 1 of his free throws. Luka knows just how big this is. The Mavericks call a timeout and put the ball in Luka's hands. Josh Hart has been guarding big, so when they set screens, he gets switched onto the ball handler. But that doesn't stop Luka from getting to his spot and finishing with a floater to tie the game. The Mavericks are now on a 15-2 run, and Luka is responsible for 11 of those points. Now this is the play no one can make sense of. Wes Matthews fouls LeBron with 2 seconds left, and it looks intentional, like he thought they had a foul to give, but the Mavs have been in the bonus for this entire video. Luka's reaction in real time says it all. After the game, Wes Matthews spoke with the Dallas Morning News and claimed that he knew they didn't have a foul to give and was only guilty of being overly aggressive. Quote, "I shouldn't have put us in a spot for that to happen, so yeah. It was the right call. I knew the situation. I wanted to make a play. I was ready to make a play. Can't put us in a position to make that call." And he's talking about the refs when he says make the call. Just a week ago, LeBron missed 2 free throws in an overtime loss to the Spurs, but he's able to make the second one here and force the Mavs, who are without a timeout, to throw up a prayer with 2 seconds left. Overall, this was a tough loss, but it was good to see Luka make great plays down the stretch and bring the Mavs back into this game. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter @NickVanExit, and subscribe to the Locked On Mavericks podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for watching. Boom.